Hi everyone, it's Ellen Palmer. Thank you so much for joining me here on this next video. I had to jump on and record this. It's been a really long day, but I just wanted to take a few minutes to share with you a really important topic. When something comes across my consciousness twice, I know that it's important and that I need to pay attention. And when it comes across 3 times, I know that I'm supposed to share it. And when it came across 6 times today, it felt immediate. So here I am. It's so interesting to me that I help people create their ideal, whether it's their health, their happiness, their relationships, their career, or all of the above. And it's always fascinating to me when people think that it's either the wrong time or that it's selfish for them to want any of those things for themselves. And it didn't matter today if I was working with someone on a very specific health related concern or talking with a new potential client who's been struggling for a couple of years, or existing coaching clients who are just feeling like they're really coming into this really exciting time and they feel really guilty about wanting to take it one step further and have another breakthrough and another breakthrough. And I cannot say this enough. When you have a vision for your ideal, anything, health, relationships, career, what you want for our planet, what you want for our communities, what you want in terms of justice, there is no better time than right now in this moment to go after it. It is absolutely for you. I hear so often that folks don't feel like they deserve it, or they're afraid or fearful of success, or they're afraid or fearful of rejection. And that's simply not the case. That's not what's stopping you. It isn't that it's selfish. It's not that it's not for you. It is all for you. It's just that we have this belief that it's either not for us or that it takes from someone else. When you come into your truth, whatever that is, whenever that is the perfect time to create it, to see it manifest, to receive it, to achieve it. It's the perfect time. And when you are making yourself a priority and you're coming into the fullness of who you are, mind, body, spirit, everyone wins. Every single person wins. The collective energy of our community rises when you rise. Your family rises when you rise. Your relationships rise when you rise. And yes, it might be inconvenient to grow. But is it less convenient to be in the pain and suffering of not growing? And there's no judgment. Answer that question however it relates to you, but don't not do it because you don't think it's for you. It's absolutely for you. And everyone wins when you do. What's interesting is what typically stops us is something called familiarity. If you're not breaking through where you want to be, it's not because it's something that you don't deserve or that it's selfish. It's because you are familiar with your current circumstances and you're familiar with not having what you want. And so the whole objective is just to let that be okay and then become familiar with having what you want, whether it's your ideal weight, your ideal health, again, your relationships, your community, your career. Start becoming familiar with what the ideal would be and normalize success, normalize achievement, normalize and become so familiar with being excited to have that in your life. Become familiar with the daydream of what everything will feel like when you have accomplished your dream or desire or goal. Then it becomes more familiar. And then that becomes the default. What's happening is people are getting stuck in the default of what's familiar. A really good example is if someone is used to living paycheck to paycheck and suddenly they come into a great deal of money, maybe they win the lottery, chances are really good that it will all be spent within 3 to 5 years because they're familiar with having money come in and money go out. They're not familiar with saving or investing. So you can apply this anywhere in your life. It's not that what you want is selfish or that you don't deserve it or that you're not capable of breaking through to it. It's just that you are not familiar with what that success feels like. So it can feel really disconcerting. And so let's just come back to this basic concept. And that is all of what you want for yourself and your community. If it's coming from a loving place, it is for you. And everyone wins when you achieve it. And if you are in a pattern of not being able to break through or not having what you want, it's simply because you haven't made a commitment that it's for you. And it's just time to break through. And the way that you do that is you practice every day being excited to have what it is that you want, being really, really, really happy about the fact that you have the awareness that it is for you and that it's just time to experience it in your life and invite it into your life. So that's my public service announcement for today. It just felt really important that I shared this today, having had the message come through in every single solitary conversation. So I know it's for me too. I'm breaking through in a whole bunch of different places at once. And it's thrilling. It's exciting. And if it's for me, I know that it's to help everyone that's in my world as well. So I hope it's helpful for you. And I'd love to hear your comments about this theme or this concept. And if there's any way I can help you break through, I'm happy to. I always offer a complimentary consultation, and you can check that out on my website, www.ellenpalmerwellness.com. Have a great rest of the day. Be well.